Good evening from the 2016 Canadian Junior Ball Hockey Championships from the West End Soccer Centre here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. My name is Kevin Donnan, and I'll be your play-by-play announcer. And along with my cameraman and analyst, Rob Zitlaw, we'll be bringing you this ICU Video Productions webcast. Thank you for tuning in from across Canada and around the world. Today's game will be a U-15 match between the visitors, the Alberta River Kings, and the home team, Team Saskatchewan in green. Team Saskatchewan in the home green uniforms, Alberta in white. Here we go. Final game of the day here on day 2 of the Canadian Ball Hockey Association National Junior Championships. U-15 division. So glad you're along with us. As we mentioned, from throughout Canada. Interprovincial rivals here. Alberta in on shot. In on goal. Number 15, Carson Henry. Nearly got the early goal. 20 seconds in. Centered out in front. And that was Henry again. Saved by the Saskatchewan goaltender. Played out now. Far side. Alberta keeping up the pressure. Across the middle. Number 77. Aiden Hemraj out in front. Broken up by the defender, and a shot just over the Saskatchewan goal. Centered out in front. Alberta with tremendous pressure here in the first minute of this ball hockey game. Cleared out now by Saskatchewan. And there is a penalty on that play, Rob. Good early action, good pressure right out of the gate by Team Alberta, by the River Kings.
Yes, they've hemmed in Saskatchewan so far, and but they take the first penalty, so that's not a good way to start the game. Adrenaline
flowing. Alberta taking that first penalty. It'll be a 4-minute variety. Any stick infraction is typically a 4-minute penalty. So Saskatchewan on the early power play. Here's the captain dumping it in. That's number 91, Higgs. He'll play it back to Underwood, number 12. Collision at the blue line, but Alberta clears. Back into the zone. Lysician, number 14. There is a penalty on that play, and it'll be for interference. Underwood guilty of that interference call right at the blue line. Rob, right as they were dumping it out.
I hope this doesn't turn into a game where there's penalty. So
16:45 to go, just a minute 15 into this game, and we've already got 4-on-4 ball hockey here with these offsetting penalties. 2-minute penalty against the home team, Saskatchewan, here from the West End Soccer Centre. Great to have you with us. 4-on-4 ball hockey, near side now. Battle for the ball. Here we go, near side. Can't get the ball out. In front of the Saskatchewan goal. Cross floor, here's Landman, number 19. The breakout pass, tapped ahead by Saskatchewan. Battle for the ball in the corner. Near side. In the corner now, cleared out by Alberta. But not out, kept in by Team Saskatchewan. Remember, in ball hockey, we've got that floating blue line. Here we go, tapped ahead by Saskatchewan, dumped in by the River Kings of Alberta. Team Saskatchewan out in front for red. Loose ball out in front, and it's covered up. That's number 11, Tyler James, with a good forecheck for the River Kings of Alberta, who have the pressure early, Rob. They've come out of the gate flying.
Yes, they have, and although they've come out, but it's stop start. So we'll see going forward if they'll get more flow to the game, and then see if they can use their speed that they've used in the first 3 minutes of this game.
As we mentioned, 18-minute halves here in ball hockey, with a 5-minute halftime. Ball dumped all the way back. Tough clearing attempt for Team Alberta for the River Kings. Battle for the ball here out in front. Good forecheck, nearly tapped in by the Team Saskatchewan winger. Battle on the near boards now. Cross floor, that's number 97, Dakota Whiteside. He'll play it in. Easton Bitternose for Team Saskatchewan. Cross the floor to Campbell, number 5. Kept in by the River Kings. Alberta now out in front. Score! The River Kings, number 17, Terrell Froelich. And the River Kings are on the board early, 14:56 to go. Good centering play by the Alberta River Kings. And it's Froelich who buries that ball behind the Saskatchewan goaltender. Nice goal, Rob.
Yes, it was. And again, he was, 3 feet in front of the net there, so he found a hole in the armor of the Saskatchewan goalie, and it's 1-0.
Carson Hall, the goalkeeper for Team Saskatchewan, now broken up now by Team Saskatchewan. Adair, number 17, giving chase along the near boards. Team Alberta now dumped into the corner. Number 18, Noah Cramps, keeps it in. Number 91, Eric Boers now battle in the corner. Boers now plays it back out. Kept in and with a shot, and Boers nearly deflected that one in. Cleared but not out. Battle along the near side. And good play by Team Saskatchewan at the blue line. Over to Knapp. Knapp, number 11, in on goal. Cut off by number 4 of the River Kings, Kyle Flodell. Behind the River Kings goal. Dumped out to mid-floor. Played over now. Here comes the River Kings shot right on goal. Good save by Hall. Played out to the middle. Team Saskatchewan now nearly with a break. Team Saskatchewan played through the middle. Far side now, that's number 77, Ben Armbruster. Now the ball behind the Alberta goal. Dumped out, and it hits the netting, and the play is blown dead.
Yeah, if the netting if it hits above the yellow rope there, then that is out of play. I think that's also the same for indoor soccer as well.
For indoor soccer, any part of the ball touching the net, and it'll be a stop in play. So it'll be just to the left of the River Kings goaltender. Played behind the net. That's Team Saskatchewan now out in front. Backhand just through the crease. Team Saskatchewan nearly tying this game. Battle for the ball along the near side. Schneider of Saskatchewan, number 7, pinches down, but the play is blown dead. So Saskatchewan now trying to gain some of this momentum here with just under 5 minutes played here in the first half of the final game of Game 2 here in the U-15 division of the Canadian Ball Hockey Association National Championships. Schneider now across the floor, played through the middle, bump at the blue line. Good hustle by Donald. Number 96, he tries to turn, bumps with number 92, Seth Plitt. Plitt now in on goal, shot! Cleared. Saskatchewan now cleared but not out. Dumped into the corner for the River Kings. Schneider now with defense for Team Saskatchewan. Far corner, cycles it back to the point, big shot. Nearly, again, it did get through. Nearly centered. That's number 5, Zachary Wawad of the Alberta River Kings, nearly cashing in here. Good action to start this first half here in the opening 5.5 minutes. Good interprovincial rivalry game here between the River Kings and Team Saskatchewan. Alberta in white, Saskatchewan in green. Glad you're along with us and with our ICU Video Productions team. Far boards now, Team Saskatchewan will dump it out. Chase for the ball. That's Arbruster, good hustle. Nearly grabs possession of the ball. Kept in by Saskatchewan, dumped in now, but it's played by the Alberta River Kings. Alberta now. It's number 9, Hunter Santos. Good hustle by Santos, but he coughs the ball up, and it's played into the Alberta zone. Played in touched by the goaltender, so no icing or anything like that. controlled. Now Team Saskatchewan from behind the net. Good forecheck by Saskatchewan. That's Landman now. Backhand nearly cashes in. It's number 19, good hustle by Landman. Now a race for the ball. Great end-to-end action between the River Kings and Team Saskatchewan. Battle for the ball behind the Saskatchewan net. Both teams going. Number 9, Hunter Santos of Alberta centering. Bitternose, number 3, battling for Saskatchewan. Play behind the net, shot, and a rocket. Loose ball, another shot, and it's covered up wisely by number 34, Carson Hall of Team Saskatchewan. Rob, the good pressure again by the River Kings of Alberta.
Yeah, so far I would say they're the team that's been outrunning Saskatchewan here. So if I'm on the coaching staff of the River Kings, I'd basically hit that red line, dump and chase, and force Saskatchewan to bring it all the way back up the floor, see if they can do it.
Great energy by the Alberta River Kings, who are in white, but now Saskatchewan now into the River Kings zone. Play now out in front, steered away by the River Kings. Pass out in front, loose ball now, bouncing ball right through the slot, played back. But nice move at the blue line. That's great hustle by number 11, Tyler James, but it's cleared by Team Saskatchewan. Now in the neutral zone, a battle. Number 20, Austin Klamosko. And they'll dump it in. Underwood for Team Saskatchewan behind his own net. Will dump it down, and that will be an icing call. So as we mentioned in the Canadian Ball Hockey Association National Junior Championships, 2 18-minute halves with a 5-minute halftime. Visiting Team Alberta.
On that last play there, the one forward from the River Kings, he did a nice chip and chase to himself off the boards. Just a nice little bank pass to himself off the boards, ran by the defenseman, and almost got a great scoring chance because of it.
Great hustle by Tyler James, and a really nice, as you mentioned, that tap and chase by James, number 11, and he nearly cashed in. Alberta now, the River Kings behind the net. Lysician, number 14. Pass out in front, loose ball, it's tapped ahead. Hall covers up. Number 4, that's Kyle Flodell on the attack came in from the point. Good heads up play, Rob, by the defender to come in and take matters into his own hands and with a good scoring chance. Good play by Flodell. Back to live action now. Shot. Good save by Hall. Rebound. Played out. Shot again. Another wrist shot. Played into the corner. River Kings buzzing all over Team Saskatchewan right now. Pass out in front and a shot. Big save by number 34, Carson Hall. 9:46 to go here in the first half. Nice, good saves by Hall as the Alberta River Kings with relentless pressure here right now as we approach the midway mark of this first half, Rob.
Hall's probably one of the bigger tenders I've seen in this tournament, so he's using all at least 6 feet or however tall he is framed to try to keep the ball out of the net.
Hall now. Ball got through. He didn't see it out in front. Hall again. Nearly cashed in by number 97, Dakota Whiteside of the River Kings. Saskatchewan desperate to clear, kept in by the River Kings. Into the corner now. Alberta dumped in. Can't get through. Centered out in front. Hall with the poke check. Behind the net. River Kings now in control with the forecheck. Whiteside, number 97 with a shot. Misses the far post. Kept in by Alberta. Right back to the point. Dumped in. Team Saskatchewan under siege right now. River Kings with the forecheck. Pass out in front, loose ball just to the right of Hall. Lysician now tries to clear. Looking for Donald at the top with Team Saskatchewan. Battle for the ball along the near boards. And it's Whiteside again. Pass over. Good defensive play by the defender for Team Saskatchewan to break out that pass. Loose ball in front. Another big save by Hall. Here comes Team Saskatchewan down the floor, and it's Donald. And the River Kings are guilty of the penalty. And it'll be a tripping penalty, Rob.
Well, they had Saskatchewan hemmed in their own zone for it seemed like about 2 minutes or more. I remember, we got a timeout here.
So we've got a timeout called here. So probably a good timeout to take if you're Team Saskatchewan, Rob.
Yeah, I remember when I was coaching, I'd be on the bench and I'd say, whistle, get a whistle, because they were, like I said, it was in their zone for 2 minutes, and all you can do is try to get a whistle. Like even if you ice the ball, just get out of the zone, regroup, because luckily it didn't get scored on there. But man, oh man, that was constant pressure.
Just to break that momentum, even with the time, it's a good timeout to take. Good call by the head coach, Brennan Hall. Really good call for the timeout. Got to mention number 35, Jonah Lamoureux, is the starting goalkeeper for the Alberta River Kings. 8:21 to go here. River Kings with the 1-goal lead.
River Kings didn't have to take that tripping call, so this might swing the momentum back to Saskatchewan here. See what happens on this power play.
Team Saskatchewan on the power play. Whistle right off the draw. And the play was blown dead. Looks like they're trying to, whether they were trying to get a change or they're working. Play was blown dead right off the faceoff. So power play for Team Saskatchewan following that tripping penalty. Team Saskatchewan now with a chance 5-on-4 to get some of that momentum back. Cleared by the Alberta River Kings. Underwood will come back and retrieve that ball. Hall plays it out to number 12, the captain. Across the floor now. Saskatchewan far boards, played through the middle, chipped in by Landman. Armbruster now, number 77 into the corner. Tries to win the forecheck behind the net. Good turn. Looking for Underwood back out. Plays nice pass behind the net. Spins around. Play behind the net. River Kings now trying to clear. Played back out. And Alberta will dump the puck out. It's number 15, Carson Henry. Number 92, Seth Plitt now. With pressure on the goalkeeper, Hall. 1:15 to go in the power play. Higgs, number 91 for Saskatchewan, will try to play it in. He will get it in. Back over. Plays cross floor to Underwood with the ball. He makes a nice move at the blue line. Over to Higgs. Look for Higgs or Landman, and the River Kings will dump it out.
That was a nice play, but again, if you're the last defenseman back, you got to make sure that play works. Otherwise, it's a breakaway going the other way.
Dumped around the boards. That's number 9, Hunter Santos of the River Kings, as he tries to play it out. Couldn't. Here's Higgs, number 91. Stopped at the blue line, and it's Armbruster. Good move at the blue line. Shot across the floor. Near boards now. Battle for the ball. Tabashnik in the slot. Armbruster, number 77, kept in by Knapp. Good play by the defender, number 11. Big shot by Saskatchewan. Deflected up and over number 35, Jonah Lamoureux. So Saskatchewan is looking good on this power play. 18 seconds to go, but they've as you mentioned, or as we mentioned, good. It was actually a really good call by the head coach to call that timeout. They get the power play, and Saskatchewan is kind of, it seems like they're settling down a little bit here with 6.5 to go in this first half.
I'd say it's a good power play, not a great power play. They haven't really had too many shots on net, so Alberta River Kings have been doing a great job keeping it to the outside and not letting get any shots on net. So it's stemmed the tide as far as at least hasn't been down in their net. So hopefully when it becomes 5-5, it doesn't revert back to the way it was when just before the penalty.
Shot deflected by number 20, Austin Clamoso. So the face-off will come out of the River Kings zone. Campbell taking the face-off for Team Saskatchewan. Played over here on the near side. That's Knapp, number 11, chips it forward. Near side again. That's Donald. Good forecheck by Donald. Campbell with a shot off the post. rings one off the post, just off the outside. Far corner now. Saskatchewan with some pressure, and now River Kings on the turnover. Nice play by Knapp, number 11. Good pass, too. Now Saskatchewan comes back. Turtle, number 16. Logan Turtle loses the ball. Hall now plays it out. The goalkeeper out to Underwood through the neutral zone. And he'll play it up. Turtle, number 16 now. Saskatchewan with a near 3-on-2. And Saskatchewan was offside. They'll take a change here with 5:44 to go in the first half. River Kings now broken up. Tabashina, number 18, plays that ball in. Now played out by the River Kings. Whiteside now closing in. Across the floor, pass doesn't get through. Team Saskatchewan. Tabashina gets his pocket pick. Pass through the middle. Across the floor. Near boards to number 18, Noah Kramps. Back out to the point, shot! Loose ball in front. Steered aside by Team Saskatchewan. Good save by Hall. Out in front, River Kings with a chance. Right through the crease a couple of times. River Kings back on the pressure. 4:58 to go. Team Saskatchewan player without his stick, and it's a loose ball. Good save by Hall. Traffic in front. And it just steers wide. River Kings with intense pressure again. Out in front, just wide. Hall now. And the ball is caught up behind the net. Great pressure by the River Kings once again, Rob. As soon as the River Kings get in the Saskatchewan zone, they have done a wonderful job of maintaining possession.
It almost looked like we were at Katie's here and on the Northlands ground and shooting gallery out here. Holy smokes.
Carson Hall
it's like 10 shots per 25 cents or something here. Because it's been relentless pressure by Alberta River Kings when they get in the Saskatchewan zone.
Talk about standing tall, though. Number 34, Carson Hall, playing an outstanding game right now for Team Saskatchewan. Under this relentless pressure, but here comes Saskatchewan. Armbruster, number 77. He'll chip it in front of the goaltender. Higgs, number 91. Nice play by Higgs. Good forecheck, good pressure by number 91 of Saskatchewan. Played through the middle. River Kings now. Pass out in front. Good defense by Team Saskatchewan. Good team defense as the River Kings now close in. Out in front. And Hall breaks up that centering pass. As the River Kings with 4:11 to go, trying to build on this 1-0 lead. But Carson Hall is the great wall for Team Saskatchewan right now. Face off to the right of Hall and chipped ahead by Team Saskatchewan. Here comes Higgs, number 91. With Armbruster now, River Kings take over. That's Lasician, number 14. Good play by Lasician to gain control of the puck in the corner. Lasician battling. He'll go to the front and broke up that centering pass. Good hustle by Lasician, number 14 of Team Saskatchewan, and the play is blown dead.
I think there's a penalty call in behind the play here.
Call in behind the play.
Interference.
It's like an interference call against
Saskatchewan, I believe.
Number. See if we can get a number.
No, it's Alberta.
It is an Alberta River Kings penalty of the 2-minute variety.
Well, that is a bad penalty.
Bad penalty,
in the
especially.
offensive zone.
Never want to take one of those, Rob.
Nope. And we saw what happened last time when Saskatchewan had the power play. At least they got some momentum going the other opposite way here. And let's see if they can tie this thing up.
Team Saskatchewan looking to build on this power play. They had a fairly solid power play the last time out, and they'll get 2 minutes with 3:47 to go. River Kings on top, 1-0. Saskatchewan in green on the power play. River Kings now try to clear but can't. Here's Landman, number 19, with a shot on the near side behind the net. Loose ball just to the right of Lamoureux. Saskatchewan now trying to maintain control. Chipped out, but not out. Big shot by Team. Oh, nice save. But Lamoureux shot just over the goal. Great play by Turtle, number 16, and nearly put that ball under the crossbar. Higgs now fakes that shot. Another shot just over the crossbar. Team Saskatchewan now buzzing on the power play. Behind the net, centered out in front. Loose ball and nearly, a little crafty play there. In fact, we saw that in our previous game where the goaltender left the post and cashed in. So a near goal by number 19, Jaden Landman of Team Saskatchewan.
If I was on the Saskatchewan bench, I'd say get shots on net. The River Kings goalie has not touched the rubber that much, and so he made a nice save there, but he's barely made 5 saves of that this whole period.
In the hot and humid West End Soccer Center, Rob, I think we've broken more of a sweat than Lamoureux has for the River Kings. Here we go. Saskatchewan now with a minute left to go on this power play. They'll lug it out and dump it in, but it will be an icing call as didn't quite dump that one in with enough space. So that'll come all the way back into the Team Saskatchewan zone with 2:42 to go. Glad you're here with us. ICU Video Productions here from the West End Soccer Center and the Canadian Ball Hockey Association National Junior Championships here in the U-15 division. Great to have you along with us. Team Saskatchewan in green, the Alberta River Kings in white. Just under a minute to go in this Saskatchewan power play. 2.5 to go in the half. That's number 12, Underwood. He'll gain control. Battle for the puck behind his own net. Looking for Campbell, but that's good. Oh, now stolen. That's number 20, Austin Klamosko of the River Kings. Okay. 17, Terrell Froelich as well.
That was a 3-on-1 there, and the River King player, that is not good. If you got the power play and the penalty killer is controlling the play, that is not good at all.
No, you do not want to. You don't want to give up a scoring chance on the power play. Whether we've got ice on the floor or we've just got a floor, you do not want to give up shots on the power play.
Yeah,
so
the two Team Saskatchewan players are just standing there. Somebody should at least come in and help his teammate there, but you can't have just, because it was basically almost like a 1-on-1 and the two guys just standing around.
24 seconds to go in the power play, 2:10 to go in the half. Now, Team Saskatchewan, what can they do on this power play? Armbruster now, good play at the blue line, he'll dump it in. Loose ball now in the corner, circling. Back to Lesishin. Lesishin with a shot, broken up. Back over to the far side of the floor. That's Underwood, number 12. A little bit of a soccer move, a little bit of back heel. Lesishin now, battle for the ball into the corner with number 91, Tiarnan. That's number 91, Eric Boers, and Lesishin with the collision, and Lesishin is down. Bad collision into the corner there as they were both players going full speed and battling for that ball. We certainly hope Lesishin is all right.
What happened there is you had a taller player from Alberta against a shorter player from Saskatchewan. The Saskatchewan player kind of lost his footing there a bit, and then the Alberta player was in behind the Saskatchewan player, so it looked worse than it is. But I agree with the referee. It's a non-call. So.
You give up. I mean, it's a 50-50 battle for the ball, and you're giving up, like you say, probably giving up 10 or 20 pounds, or if not more, and maybe even 3 or 4 inches of height.
Yeah.
And no matter at this age, in this U-15 division, when you're giving up that much, that's a lot to give up. So we certainly hope.
It was looked like a slight stumble, and unfortunately he was too close to the boards there, and there's no way the Alberta player could have stopped in time to avoid the hit. So
so there is 2 minutes up on. There is a 2-minute penalty up.
Okay, is that because of that, or is that because of?
I'm not sure on that one. But it will be a.
Because if it is, it sure took him a time to call it.
Yeah, it is. It did come in. There is an Alberta player in the box, so the penalty does go against Team Alberta. Referee chatting with the Saskatchewan bench. Lesishin is still down. They are taking a look. Of course, we want to take every precaution.
A lot of times, looks like they're looking at his neck. So I see this a lot. We videotape a lot of football games, and so anything to do with the neck, that's the first thing they they want to make sure the neck's okay.
Of course, Rob with ICU Video Productions covers literally every sport imaginable, but one of the sports that ICU specializes in is of course football. Make sure you follow ICU Video Productions with upcoming Prairie Football Conference action, both the Huskies and the Wildcats, and their upcoming season. Plus, you do some minor football and some men's football and
Women's football,
women's football. So I mean,
we do bantam football. We've done midget football. We've done Adams, Pee Wees, U of A. Dave Foley works for the Eskimos also. So we've done all levels of football.
You can always find Rob somewhere in either an arena or a field somewhere on the weekend. At least we know where to find you. So here's Lasician now.
At least my wife knows where
That's
I am.
right. That's right. Here we go. Lasician now being helped up. Let's have. Crowd's going to give him a big hand, and rightfully so. Shaken up. It looks like it looks more like an issue with an ankle, as you mentioned, that stumble. They checked the neck, of course, because he went in heavy, but it does look like it's an ankle or a knee. Putting the shoe is off and putting no weight on that. So we certainly hope that number 14, Landon Lasician, not only shakes this one off or is okay and can not only hopefully he can come back for this tournament. I don't know about this game. It looks like a pretty serious injury, so we certainly hope that Landon Lasician can come back into this tournament because he was playing a fantastic. I mean, he's part of that Saskatchewan defense that's keeping Team Saskatchewan in this game. Both he and the goaltender, number 34, Carson Hall. Lasician, a big part of that defense. So we certainly want him to recover and get back in this tournament.
Coaching staff here, Alberta River Kings are just, because we were looking in the corner, so we don't know what the actual call is.
That's true.
But to me, like I said, it looked like they were close to the boards. A slight stumble by Saskatchewan player. River King player was right in behind him, and then so there was no chance for him to brace himself going into the boards.
Actually, it looks like it's an offsetting penalty, Rob. There are two players in the box, Team Saskatchewan and Team Alberta, so it is 5-on-5 with a minute and a half to go here. Centering pass out in front, and it's fanned. Carson Hall covers up. Number 91, Eric Boers, right on the doorstep and just couldn't cash in, and he knows it too. One of those things, Rob, it looks easy until that ball is crossing in front of you. It looks really easy.
Yes. In getting back to the penalties here, it might have been maybe somebody said something or two guys, but
calm things down a little bit too.
Yeah.
You bet. Attempt to dump it out by Underwood of Team Saskatchewan here on the near boards. Final minute of this first half. In a very entertaining game here between Team Saskatchewan and the Alberta River Kings.
Alberta River Kings taking another penalty.
River Kings.
Again, that's the third penalty taken in the opposition zone. So coaching staff's not going to be very happy about this.
That's something you're going to have to address at halftime and really talk about, because you've got it's still only a 1-goal lead, and as we've seen in earlier action, sometimes whether it be a lucky goal, the momentum can shift so quickly in ball hockey. Back to the live action.
The clock is still running, so I don't know if I think they maybe just picked it up, but yeah.
Here we go. So a little bit of a malfunction with the play clock, so they'll put an extra, I think there was about an 8 to 10 second runoff there, so
Are they going to do it, or?
Well, they're getting lots of help anyway, Rob.
Yeah, I looked up, and there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Now
About
he's going to reset everything now.
About a 7 or 8 second.
There we go. Yeah.
And it'll be a 4-minute penalty against the River Kings. So going into that second half, it's going to be critical. This power play is going to be very important. Landman now, number 19. Team Saskatchewan, 40 seconds to go. In on goal. Right on through the middle. And Team Saskatchewan play at the blue line now. 1-on-1. Underwood up against number 18, Cramps. And there is a penalty.
Yeah.
as the River Kings stole that puck away, and Team Saskatchewan had to take a penalty.
Yeah, the ball, the River King player, he was going to beat his man, and the Saskatchewan defender had to hook him. Otherwise, he would have had to probably walked around him and taken had a breakaway. So that's why we are. It'll be 4-4 here for 2 minutes.
4-on-4 for the final 27 seconds. River Kings, Alberta River Kings in white, Team Saskatchewan in green, of course. 27 seconds to go here in a highly entertaining game here. Final game of day 2 in the U-15 Canadian Ball Hockey Association National Junior Championships in the U-15 division. Face-off now to the left of Hall. Battle for the ball. Shot right on. Cleared. Big rebound, and now Team Saskatchewan breaks up. Here's Landman, number 19, with a shot, and it's steered into the corner. That's number 4, Kyle Flodell, with a good defensive play. And looks like the River Kings are going to pick up another penalty as Team Saskatchewan here late in this first half. And the team's kind of trading penalties here late in this first half.
What happens sometimes is when there's been a lot of penalties in the game, then the referees are more inclined to give more penalties. If there's been less penalties in the game, they'll say, okay, let the players decide. But since there's been a variety of different penalties on both sides, the referees, like, there's any kind of inkling of a penalty, they're going to call it.
As you mentioned, a lot of it's been a variety, all sorts of penalties. That is the final buzzer for the first half. So that first half ends with a few penalties back and forth. But when we return, we will have second half action, and the Alberta River Kings have a 1-goal lead over Team Saskatchewan here on day 2 of the Canadian Ball Hockey Association National Junior Championships in the U-15 division. So glad you're along with us from across Canada and throughout the world on the World Wide Web. Glad you're with us, and want to welcome our friends from Saskatchewan who are both here at the West Edmonton Soccer Center, and our friends from Saskatchewan who are tuning in via the internet. So both teams will take a break, as will we, and when we come back, second half action between the Alberta River Kings and Team Saskatchewan. Stay with us. We'll be back in 4 minutes' time. Want to welcome our viewers back from across Canada and throughout the world on live stream, courtesy of ICU Video Productions here at the Canadian Ball Hockey Association National Championships here at the West Edmonton Soccer Center. Of course, we have 3 divisions, U19, U17, and U15, and we have the pleasure of calling the final game of the day here in the U15 division between the Alberta River Kings and Team Saskatchewan. And make sure that you come and have breakfast with us, ICU Video Productions, tomorrow morning. We're not buying breakfast, but you can you can join us for breakfast.
I thought I'd have to get out my my expensive
there we go.
and pay for everybody.
Exactly. No, not quite, but tomorrow morning, face-off right at 8:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Make sure you join us for
You and
Alberta
me,
Crude. Yes,
we're here.
We're back. Alberta
Might as
Crude.
well get the cot out and sleep overnight.
That's right. And teams, and we'll be up with Team Saskatchewan tomorrow morning as well, as they'll have the first game of the day.
We should follow them for breakfast.
That's right. We'll join the team for breakfast as they take on the other Alberta team, Alberta Crude. But right now, Team Saskatchewan down a goal. Penalty-filled first half. There's no two ways about that. In that the last third of that, for the very disjointed kind of play, as you mentioned, Rob, hard to get a flow when it's stop and start, power play, penalty kill. It's a difficult go when you've got that stop and start. But here we go. Second half action. The fans are into it. We're into it. Let's go. Second half. Team Saskatchewan now on the power play. 4-on-3 action. Lots of room. Big shot by Team Saskatchewan at the point. Higgs now, number 91. Big shot again. Nice save by Lamoureux. Played out, but kept in. Higgs now, across the floor. Saskatchewan now, shot. Big rebound, but scooped up by the River Kings. Hall will steer that ball down for Higgs, who will gather that up. 4-on-3 means there is a ton of room out there on the floor. Here's Knapp, number 11, near side. Cross floor now. Good play by Team Saskatchewan. In on goal, shot. Just wide. Here's Knapp now. Into the corner. Kept in by Team Saskatchewan out in front. Little chip, score! Team Saskatchewan! Number 19, Jaden Landman, with a fantastic individual effort out of the corner and roofed it right underneath the crossbar. Rob, perfect play, perfect shot. You can't do it any better than that. He put that in an area, in the only area he could go, right under the crossbar. Beautiful play, Rob.
Yes, it was. And if I was on the Alberta bench, I'd say nix the penalties. No more penalties.
No more penalties, because the River Kings have had an incredible forecheck. Great pressure on the ball all game, but these penalties have hurt the River Kings, and now Team Saskatchewan has seized the momentum.
And a lot of these penalties have been dumb penalties. There's been maybe the one call in the corner there where the guy kind of hooked him and he might have been beat on the play, but a lot of them were basically 200 feet away from their own net.
Big save by Hall as number 20. Austin Klamosko of the River Kings stepped out inside the circle.
So now we'll see if it's going to revert back to, well, it's 4-4 here.
Still 4-on-4 for another 26 seconds, and then the River Kings. The River Kings will go on the power play. Played out by Team Saskatchewan, but kept in. Oh, tapped out by Team Saskatchewan, so a wise play on the 4-on-4 back into the River Kings zone. River Kings now will try to play it in. That's number 91, Eric Boers. He tries to tap it forward. Good defensive play by Team Saskatchewan. That's number 9, Charles, coming out of the corner. Good play by Charles. He tries to play it. Whiteside now. His defense partner, loose ball out in front. Big save. Another big save and a goal by the River Kings. Relentless play by number 91, Eric Boers. Did not give up on that play. Got one chance at it. Got two chances on it. And then on the third, it was Boers. Good individual play, Rob, and never give up. If you see the ball loose like that, don't ever give up.
Well, he got at least 3, maybe 4 shots on net, but where was the Saskatchewan defense? He was all by himself. Like somebody Somebody's got to pick that guy up. He was standing alone and getting 3 or 4 shots on the on the net, untouched.
River Kings now take a 2-1 lead as Eric Boers puts Alberta up ahead. Here comes Team Saskatchewan now. Loose ball into the corner. Check that, Saskatchewan now on the power play for a minute. Battle behind the net now. Here's Team Saskatchewan. Good play by the forward. Down into that corner. And there'll be a penalty. And it will go against the River Kings.
Yeah. Just like I said at halftime here, when there's been this many penalties, referees, they say any kind of thing, they're going to call this thing. So, unfortunately, it could be probably the worst game I've seen so far in this tournament for the amount of penalties we're going to get.
But Caden Donald, number 86, drawing that penalty with that great hustle down in the corner. So Donald drawing a penalty thanks to his forecheck. Dumped out by the River Kings. Played ahead by Hall.
And what happens on penalties with this many penalties, if you have certain players that are just strictly on penalty kill and then maybe you don't play on penalty kill or power play, you're sitting on the bench.
One-time shot right in on goal, cleared by the River Kings. Good heavy shot by Knapp, number 11. But Lamoureux was there to stop it as it got through. Here comes Higgs, number 91. Plays it over to Landman. Landman tries to sneak it through. Now Landman now down low. Plays it back out to Higgs. Into the slot. Settled down and a big shot. Right on goal. And good rebound control by Lamoureux as number 16, Logan Turtle, was ready to jump on that rebound. But good rebound control, Rob, and it's not the same. It's like, as you mentioned, with the difference between ice hockey and between ball hockey, those rebounds are a lot tougher to control in ball hockey sometimes.
Yes, they are. Depending on the shot, if there's spin on the ball, then the goalies have a tough time either catching it or coming off their either pads or their blocker.
You never know how that ball is going to spin. Here we go now, Landman, live action right at the blue line. Landman now with a shot, wrist shot, up high on Lamoureux, and he grabs that with right between the glove and the blocker, so play is blown dead, and face-off will come out with 1 minute and 1 second to go in the power play. 14:44 to go here in this second half. Alberta River Kings up 2-1. Ball played out, but it hit the netting above the yellow line. So any ball that touches the netting above the yellow line, the play is blown dead. So face-off back again to the right of Lamoureux. And River Kings win that draw. Played into the far corner now. Armbruster gives chase for Team Saskatchewan. Good battle for the puck here into the corner. Good cycle by Team Saskatchewan. River Kings now try to play it out. That's number 14, Dario Neri. Team Saskatchewan bumped along the... Team Saskatchewan now takes it over, but the River Kings with the turnover. Now, in on goal. River Kings shot, score! Number 97, Nathan Fogg, stole the puck at the blue line. Cruises in on goal on the breakaway, and the River Kings have a 3-1 lead. Great play.
Well, that was a outstanding individual play. Nathan basically passed it to himself. He just got the Saskatchewan defender flat-footed. He just does a quick little pass to himself. He runs by the defenseman, goes in on a breakaway, and great shot.
No mistake whatsoever. Shorthanded goal, big shorthanded goal for the River Kings here. Saskatchewan still on that power play. Final seconds of the power play, with just over 13 minutes to go here in this second half. River Kings with a 2-1 lead on a pair of quick goals by Alberta. Landman now, number 19. Power play is over, but Team Saskatchewan behind. Centered out in front. Here's Bitternose, number 3. He keeps it in. Good play by number 3 of Saskatchewan. Cleared out by the River Kings. Here's Schneider in a race for the ball. Into the corner. And it's icing. Number 9, Hunter Santos, and number 7, Justin Schneider with a good race for the ball into the far corner, but it is icing.
Yeah.
13:31 to go here in this second half. River Kings with a pair of quick goals, and they have a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, Saskatchewan, they had lots of power play time, and if the River Kings stop taking penalties, then it might be tough for Saskatchewan to come back here.
That's the key now, is stay out of the penalty box. You've got a 2-1 lead. Manage the game from here on out. 13 minutes to go here. Kicked ahead by Team Saskatchewan. That's Whiteside giving chase behind the River King goal. Hutt, number 13. Good battle for the ball in the corner, nearly centered. Broken up by the River Kings. That's number 20. Klamosko gains the zone. Around Whiteside in front. And it's a goal, number 77. Aiden Hemraj off the centering pass. And that loose ball, and he beats number 34, Carson Hall. That goal at 12:52. And the River Kings have now seized the momentum, Rob, with a trio of goals within this, really the first 5 minutes here of the second half. And the River Kings, in spite of the penalties, have come out and really made some great individual plays.
Well, the old adage, speed kills, and on that play, just great speed down the wing there, and a beautiful pass over to the goal scorer there, and it's now 4-1.
Here we go, River Kings, far side, played through the middle now, and it's number 27, Nick Rogalski, loses the ball, and kept in by the River Kings. Shot, broken up by Team Saskatchewan, another shot on. Ball can't get through. Penalty call here against Team Saskatchewan, as number 4, Kyle Flodell, is limping a little bit as a result of that. Looked like a result of the penalty, but Flodell comes up limping a little bit after that battle in the corner. 12:15 to go in the second half. Kevin Donnan along with Rob Zitlaw of ICU Video Productions. Want to thank you for joining us here, literally coast to coast, throughout Canada and throughout the world. Live stream here at the Canadian Ball Hockey Association National Junior Championships. River Kings to go on the power play now, 5-on-4.
Okay, I have no idea why that play would have been, or they dropped it at center ice. So it was a penalty.
It was a penalty. I don't know why it was kept out.
And I have no idea why they would drop it at center.
Interesting decision, but it's played out by the River Kings. River Kings now on the power play. If they can get a goal here, they can nearly put it on cruise control. Pass out front. Shot just over the far corner. Just missed that far post. Across the floor, and it's number 15, Carson Henry. And the River Kings have scored once again, and Alberta has blown this game open, Rob.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think this game could be over in literally a couple of minutes here. Saskatchewan's really sagging now. They had their chances on the power play. Now they're changing the goalie now.
There is a change. Yes, thank you, Rob. There is a change at goaltender. And it is a shame, because Carson Hall in that first half, it was only 1-0 at the half, and the reason why it was only a 1-goal game was because of the hard work of Carson Hall, who was, he was left alone on a lot of scoring chances, and he kept this game close. So unfortunate for Hall, but sometimes that'll happen.
Well, I've seen games like this before where one team is they're riding a hot goalie and they make it close, and then eventually the team that has more skill, and I'd have to say Alberta River Kings has more skill, the cream rises to the top, and that's what we're seeing right now.
River Kings really utilizing their speed as well. Shot on goal. Rebound, number 92, Seth Plitt. And there's a whistle. A little bit of extracurricular stuff there.
That's his first shift, because I don't remember seeing this 92 out here at all. And so
hasn't had a regular shift, no.
No.
Now in just to mention, now in goal for Team Saskatchewan, number 35, Matthew Hennessy, who made a pretty good save. So now, once again, we talked about this. River Kings take a penalty here. Number 92, Seth Plitt, as we mentioned, hasn't seen a lot of action. His first shift of the second half, and he draws a penalty.
Yeah.
Or he takes a penalty, shall we say. So it'll be 5-on-4 now. Team Saskatchewan needs to do something with this power play and do something quick. 4-minute power play too, so Team Saskatchewan now has got an opportunity to get back into this game. Down by 4 goals, but the goals can come quickly in ball hockey. Have no fear. You can get on a roll really quickly out here on the floor. Here we go, good cross floor pass to number 17, Adair, but he coughs it up through the neutral zone. Good play at the blue line, tapped ahead, River Kings, shot, just over the net. Loose ball in front, nearly cashes in. That's number 91, Eric Boers, having a strong second half. River Kings keep it in on the power play. On the kill, actually, and now they've got a scoring chance. Hennessy covers up. River Kings with really good pressure. Hard to tell who's on the power play and who's killing the penalty here, Rob. Right now, the River Kings, you can tell, they want to get out of here. They want to finish this thing up.
Yep. Second game of the day. I'm not sure their overall record, but yeah, it's they were in it for a lot of the first half of the game, and then part of the second half, and then
loose ball in front. Hennessy steers it aside. Saskatchewan can't clear. River Kings relentless here on the penalty kill. Higgs now, number 91, will lug it out from behind the Team Saskatchewan goal. He'll try to play it out through the neutral zone. Team Saskatchewan flat-footed now. River Kings in on goal, shot! Good save by Hennessy. His first real test of the hockey game. Higgs now, battle with number 20, Klamosko. Klamosko now, great individual effort right out front. Remember, River Kings are killing this penalty. Saskatchewan still has 2 minutes on the power play now. Team Saskatchewan will lug this one out. That's Higgs now, over to the side. Saskatchewan trying to gain the zone here. They do. Landman shot right on. Lamoureux with the save. It's 19, Kyle Lawrence. Battle for the puck behind the net. And Saskatchewan behind the net. Centered out in front. And cleared by the River Kings. And the ball is dumped down towards Hennessy. Played out to Higgs. Higgs will try to dump this one in. Plays it back. Remember the floating blue line in ball hockey. Higgs will dump it in on the power play, but the River Kings will clear. So Team Saskatchewan will retreat. That's number 7, Justin Schneider. He'll try to dump it in, does. Right into the slot, no one there, Landman. And it's dumped by the River Kings. 8:30 to go here in this second half. Hennessy plays it behind his own goal. Higgs has to hurry to get into that far corner as number 17, Terrell Froelich, has the forecheck. And here's Schneider, number 7. Plays it in for Landman, and it is cleared. But the ball touches the netting deep in the Saskatchewan zone. 5-1, River Kings up with 8:21 to go here in the second half of the final game of the day here in the U-15 division of the Canadian Ball Hockey Association National Junior Championships. Pretty good contest here between Team Saskatchewan and the Alberta River Kings. River Kings have taken control here with 4 goals here in the second half. Back to live action now, near corner. Saskatchewan still on the power play now. Behind the net, plays it out to the point. And that one will shake loose, and Underwood will have to go all the way back into his zone. Hennessy will play it up to number 12, the captain. He'll lug it up, play it towards the Alberta zone. Hutt, number 13. Good battle for the puck with number 5, Zachary Wywad. Near side here. Underwood at the point. Campbell now, number 5, looking to help out. He looks to, and penalty now. Be a tripping call in that corner.
Well, there should have been actually a penalty before that. Saskatchewan player pushed the Alberta player into the boards. They didn't call that, and then there's a trip, so you got to call that. So
number 77, Ben Armbruster, the guilty party. River Kings up 5-1 with 7:43 to go. So it'll be 4-on-4 for 19 seconds, and then for the remaining 1 minute 41, the River Kings will be on the power play. 7:43 to go. Glad you're along with us here on live stream, courtesy of ICU Video Productions. River Kings in white, Team Saskatchewan, of course, in green.
I would say right now that Alberta could play this game till midnight, and Saskatchewan would like to leave right now.
Yeah, right now the River Kings have control, firmly in control. Officials are having a little bit of a chat over at the Alberta bench.
Not sure why.
I was just going to say, with usually when you're leading 5-1, you tend to be a little quiet.
Yep.
Or at least maybe you should be. I don't know. Oh, collision at the blue line. Kept out. The Saskatchewan player is shaken up. Bit of a tangle with number 9, Jack Charles, and the other number 9, Hunter Santos of the Alberta River Kings. 7:37 to go here. Knapp will take the face-off for Team Saskatchewan. Santos for the River Kings. Charles now. Pass deflected, and it hits the netting on the roof. A long way.
Boy, this game's gone down to a snail's pace now. So
yeah, you can tell, you can sense that there's a little bit of the momentum has shifted away almost from both teams, but we've still got a long way to go. 7.5 to go here. And Team Saskatchewan will dump it in, and that will be icing. So it'll come all the way back into the Team Saskatchewan zone. Of course, make sure you join us tomorrow morning. Breakfast with ICU Video Productions and the Canadian Ball Hockey Association National Junior Championships. 8:30 tomorrow morning. Team Saskatchewan will be up against Alberta Crude in the first game of the U-15 division tomorrow morning.
That would be Mountain Daylight Time.
You bet.
All you,
yeah, exactly.
Saskatchewan, they don't have daylight saving time. So.
Yeah, they never have to tinker with their clocks every 6 months. That's why we're jealous.
Yeah, my wife has her clock. She doesn't change it, and so this time of the year, she's off. So
there you go. River Kings now in the corner. Played in back into the corner by Whiteside, number 97, and it's centered. Number 18, Noah Cramps, gives chase into the corner, battle for the ball. Number 27, Nick Rogalski, right out in front on the doorstep. Oh, net was shaken loose, so there will be a face-off just to the left of Matthew Hennessy.
Energy is just sucked out of this game right now.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
That 4-goal lead is the River Kings are in control. Although if Team Saskatchewan could get one here, might give them a little life and get a good close to this contest. But the River Kings right now are in firm control. They retreat back. Good pressure. That's number 17, Lane Adair. He's in the corner. Battle for the ball in the corner. Adair now, number 17. Still hustling, still going. No quitting that guy. Number 91, Higgs now in a race for the ball. Into the corner. It's Noah Cramps, number 18, and Higgs battling. Over to number 11, Tyler James. James plays it back out to the point. Over to 14, Neary. Neary with a shot. Nearly, rebound. Big rebound off the boards. Cramps nearly cashed in. And Team Saskatchewan clears and will kill off this penalty. Loose ball and a goal. Saskatchewan with the turnover. And that's, let me check the name and number on that one. That's number 88, Dylan Morissette, on the turnover. No mistake, and goes top shelf glove side. Great individual effort by number 88, Dylan Morissette, and has given Saskatchewan a lift now.
I was just going to say that if I was a coach on the Alberta bench, to just play it safe and don't make any mistakes. And next thing you know, defenseman, last guy back, gets his pocket picked, and now it's 5-2.
Shot, big save by Hennessy, number 35. He stands tall against number 92, Seth Plitt. As you mentioned, try to keep the mistakes to a minimum, focus and concentrate, and then all of a sudden, like you say, you get the turnover, and now Saskatchewan. With 5:30 to go, you just never know. As we mentioned, in ball hockey, leads can change quickly, and you can get on a roll. So Team Saskatchewan now looking to get that momentum back, and maybe chipped out by the captain.
Yeah. If I was Alberta,
above the yellow line,
I would tell my defenseman, hit that red line and dump it in, and then just let them
stick around. Yeah. Right at the red line.
Just keep the clock running.
Yeah, that's right.
This stop and start stuff, and just try to keep the play going. You don't need any more goals. Just make sure you don't allow any goals.
That's right. Yeah, you don't want that momentum to shift, because you just never know. Team Saskatchewan, a dangerous team, as we've seen them cash in. Morissette now on this line with Donald.
That's a mistake. Didn't hit the red line. So now, if you're Saskatchewan,
icing call.
What you got to do is you could even do the same thing. You got to chip and chase, or you got to get the ball in deep and be the first guys in. Alberta, I would say, have a bit more speed coming back. So if you think you can chip and chase and be the first one to the ball, great. Otherwise, you're going to have to bounce it by maybe a defenseman at the
here we go. There was that turnover we talked about. And here we go. Landman now. Saskatchewan trying to use that speed. Of course, the River Kings have a big line out, and Team Saskatchewan has a smaller group, but a speedier group. Landman, number 19, has been all over the floor tonight. And Team Saskatchewan just to the right of the River Kings goaltender. Played back out. Here's Underwood, the captain, giving chase, number 12. He goes behind his own goal, turns. Nice move by Underwood. Tries to clear. Gets caught up with the referee. And it's in the corner. River Kings now. Centering pass out in front. And Hennessy. That centering pass broken up. Good play by Underwood, the captain.
I would make a prediction that Saskatchewan, their games are not played in soccer centers. So I mentioned this before in some previous webcasts, is that if the ball is not right along the boards there, it's going to bounce in the corner and come right into the slot.
Here we go, Fanning on the shot now. Saskatchewan now, got him out of charge, got to get going. Dumped into the corner, Knapp, number 11. Battle for the puck, there's Logan Turtle, he'll chip it back to the line, and now another race for the ball into the corner. Whiteside for Saskatchewan playing along the near boards. Now the ball played across the floor. Nice move, dumped in. And that tried to dump that one in off the back boards, but played right into the goaltender, number 35, Jonah Lamoureux, and a little like center field for him as he just kind of.
Well, the way this game is going, I guess it'll finish before midnight, but maybe barely.
4:03 to go. We've got a timeout right now, but it was a penalty-filled first half, and we've had some penalties here in the second half. But as you mentioned, tempers get a little short here when you play your second game of the day, and it's hot and humid.
Yeah,
outside and inside.
I've been here all day, and I must admit I'm getting a little tired.
Yeah.
So so not only do the coaches want this
sure
on the Alberta side to end, I want this to end. So
River Kings are coached by Wayne Curtin. That's their head coach. Brennan Hall.
He's one of the organizers also. So.
Okay, of this tournament, of course. Brennan Hall is the head coach of Team Saskatchewan, and we want to welcome our viewers from our neighboring province. And want to welcome all of the supporters of Team Saskatchewan who have made their way to Edmonton for the long weekend. So want to be good neighbors and welcome our friends from Saskatchewan here into Edmonton. Now, Saskatchewan played out in front, in the slot. Kept in, good hustle by Higgs, number 91. And there's Turtle, number 16, trying to keep it in the zone. Nearly does. As he played that ball, nearly played that ball from his back. Number 18, Brady Tabashnik, dumps it in, but it hits the netting behind the goaltender, Hennessy. And that face-off will come out of the zone. Referees will confer here.
Okay, so the game started at 7. It's already 8:12.
Sure.
Alberta time. We still have 3 minutes and 40 minutes left. If this was a regular season game, it'd be 20 minutes each, and I bet you those games would have been done by now.
Sure.
So
lots
it's
of penalties.
just the penalties and just the flow in the second half have just been, to say the least, wanting.
Sure. Back to the live action. River Kings now. Back to the point. Shot broken up by Team Saskatchewan. Kept in again, River Kings. Now into the corner. Ball into the corner. Number 18, Noah Cramps. Looking in the corner. Higgs now battling for the ball in the corner. Cycled down to Santos, number 9, behind the net. Landman, number 19. That's Brady Tabashnik, number 18. Check that. Good save by Hennessy. Good stick save by Hennessy. Here's Armbruster. Kept in by the River Kings. Now Armbruster, loose ball into the Alberta zone. Played into the middle and now turned around. River Kings with the turnover here. 2-on-2, number 77. Aiden Hemraj tries to center the ball. Into the corner now. Bitternose, number 3 for Saskatchewan. Battle for the ball behind the net. Now into the near corner. River Kings continue the forecheck. Morissette can't come up with it. Good save by Hennessy on the near post. River Kings with a shot through the crease. Armbruster now in the inner circle. There we go, inside the circle. And Hennessy, a little bit of extracurricular stuff there as Schneider, number 7, gives Noah Cramps a shove after the play.
Well, at least that went for, that was almost a minute 40.
Yeah.
So at least we had a bit of flow going.
A little bit of flow. It has been disjointed a little bit with the penalties.
I mean, the first half there was a lot of penalties, but at least there was more flow. And this period is just, or this half has just been stop start, stop start, stop start.
Hey, face off to the right of Hennessy. Of course, we want to wish Logan Lasician well, who was shaken up late in that. Landon Lasician, who was shaken up late in the first half. We hope he's okay. It looked like he had an ankle or a knee issue, and we certainly hope that he can rejoin Team Saskatchewan tomorrow morning in their first game at 8:30.
Yeah, if it's ankle injury, that might be tough. It's
going to be tough, especially on that cement floor. It's never easy. You know, that's another thing you have to consider. There is a Saskatchewan player down here by the near post, shaken up on the play. The net was loose. Didn't get a look at what happened.
Yeah, he might have got pushed into the net. I didn't.
Looks like he was. There was a collision there.
Yeah.
But in Lasician's case, we certainly hope that. And as we were talking on that cement floor, you know, you put 4 or 5 games in 4 days. That's hard on the ankles. It's hard on the knees. You know, even for these, you know, for old guys like us, we can't even think about it. But even for these young guys, you know, it's tough on the knees and ankles. So we do have a Saskatchewan player shaken up here.
I remember back in the day, played a lot of ball hockey, but I remember I was at NAIT taking radio and television arts, just like you. And
yes. Alumni.
That's right.
Alumnus, something like that.
Yes, and I was playing intramurals, and it was flag football, and I just had bad ankles, and so and that's, you're playing on grass. This is cement, so there's no give at all.
So gives a good hand here to the Saskatchewan player who was shaken up.
Yeah, it might have been pushed into the net.
Yeah.
I didn't. It might have been away from the play, but luckily he's okay. And
it's number 9, Jack Charles. Yeah, the team Saskatchewan don't really want to, you know, obviously don't want to see any injuries, but can't afford another injury. Of course, Lasician, a big part of that defense that played so well in that first half. So face off here, live action just to the right of the goaltender Hennessy. Team Saskatchewan now here with just over a minute remaining in that. Tried to carry that one forward a little bit.
That ball hockey, ice hockey, soccer, that play is a no-go. So
now that'll work for the Rough Riders in Montreal tonight. It should.
Yeah.
But we hope anyway. There we go. Saskatchewan live action dumped in, and that'll be an icing as number 13, Harley Hutt, dumped the ball in just before the red line, so it was called on the icing play. 1:16 to go. Alberta River Kings up 5-2 here on the final game of day 2 here at the Canadian Ball Hockey Association National Junior Championships here in the U-15 division. It's been a little bit of a disjointed affair, but we've had some great individual efforts out here on the floor at the West End Soccer Center. Great ball hockey action here. Weekend shot! Big save! Hennessy with a great save for Team Saskatchewan. Getting the right pad out. Good save by the goaltender. Now, Team Saskatchewan, final minute. Here comes Hutt, number 13. Good hustle down the near side. Donald, number 86, dumps it into the near corner. 45 seconds to go. River Kings now on the attack. They dump it in. Steered aside by Hennessy. Bitternose now with a race to the puck with number 92, Seth Plitt. Back behind the net now. 30 seconds to go. Team Saskatchewan plays it around. 25 seconds remaining in the hockey game. River Kings now on the attack. Shot. Big save by Hennessy. Steered aside by Saskatchewan. Final seconds here. 10 seconds to go in the hockey game. River Kings in the far corner. River Kings will finish here. We'll finish day 2 with a big 5-2 win over Team Saskatchewan here at the West End Soccer Center. So want to congratulate both teams on a fantastic effort. As the Alberta River Kings complete day 2 with a big 5-2 victory over Team Saskatchewan here at the West End Soccer Center. Here in Edmonton, Alberta. Yes.
After a game like this, I'm glad that there was, with all the penalties, sometimes what happens is if one team is down like Saskatchewan is, then they get frustrated and things happen, and then things could get out of hand. Luckily, nothing happened.
That's true.
And everybody other than the one Saskatchewan player that left with the ankle problems, everybody is leaving with no issues there, and everything calmed down near the end there, and we survived this game.
Everyone getting ready for day 3 tomorrow. So, player of the game for Team Saskatchewan, number 18, Brady Tabashniuk, had a very, very solid game for Team Saskatchewan. Was all over the floor. And the player of the game for Team Alberta, Austin Klamosko, number 20. So the two teams will shake hands, and make sure you join us tomorrow morning, breakfast with ICU Video Productions at 8:30, where we will begin our broadcasts all day tomorrow here at the West End Soccer Center in Edmonton, Alberta, as we continue our coverage of the Canadian Ball Hockey Association National Junior Championships. Want to thank you for watching tonight's game. The final score, the Alberta River Kings 5, Team Saskatchewan 2. On behalf of my cameraman and analyst, Rob Zitlaw, I'm Kevin Don, and thank you for watching this ICU Video Productions webcast from the 2016 Canadian Junior Ball Hockey Championships from the West End Soccer Center here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Make sure you join us tomorrow morning, 8:30, Team Saskatchewan against Alberta Crude. But for now, we want to wish you a very good night from the Canadian Ball Hockey Association National Junior Championships and the West End Soccer Center in Edmonton. Good night from Edmonton.